Good morning! For today's vlog, I'm going to share 2 recipes from my Pandera's Black Book. So, ano ba yung dalawang recipes na to? The first one is banana bread and the second one is oatmeal cookies. Itong banana bread na to at saka yung oatmeal cookie, ito yung dalawa sa mga pinaka-healthy na pastries na in-offer ko sa Pandera. So, maraming madalas umorder nito, especially yung banana bread. Kasi you can, the banana bread kasi you can store it in the ref for a couple of days or weeks. The more it stays in the ref, in the refrigerator, the more it tastes better. Mas na-enhance yung kanyang flavor. So, para ding, what do you call this? Fruit cake na habang tumatagal siya, yung storage niya. Basta you keep it in an airtight container. Pasarap ng pasarap. All you gotta do when you serve it or before you eat it, you just have to toss it in the microwave for like 10 seconds, or if you're using an oven toaster, yung mga maliliit na oven toaster, you can just heat it for about 10 to 15 seconds and make sure na hindi na susunog yung top part, kaya bantayan mo na lang para mas mabuti and mas ma-appreciate mo siya, lalo na when matched with tea or coffee. Yan. Masarap siya for breakfast, for snacks, or dessert. Pwede rin siya. Sometimes, what I do is I add cream cheese frosting on the banana bread. And it tastes parang siyang mas nagiging pang dessert. So, if I were you, I'm gonna check this recipe out and try it dahil napakadali lang niyang gawin. When it comes to the oatmeal cookies naman, ito naman, kung gusto niyong pakainin ng healthier snacks yung inyong mga chikiting, ito ang solusyon. We know that some of them doesn't really like oatmeal, So, kung halimbawa yung mga rolled oatmeal na ginagamit nyo ay haluan nyo ng dark chocolate. I prefer dark chocolate because it's the more healthier version of, chocolate. So, ano pa hinihintay nyo? Let's start baking! For this recipe, I'm going to use 5 saba instead of the usual lakatan or latundan banana. I usually use overripe bananas because it's more flavorful. Depending on the size of the banana, you can put 4 or 5 pieces per set. Now start mashing them. Add 2 medium-sized eggs on your mashed bananas. Mix it until it's incorporated. Then add 1/8 cup of vegetable oil. I prefer using canola oil. Now stir in about 3/4 cups of raisins, and you can even add walnuts if you like. Then add 1 cup of brown sugar. Put 1.5 teaspoons of baking soda. And then 1.5 teaspoons of vanilla. Add a teaspoon of salt. And lastly, add 3/4 cups of bread flour. Mix everything until incorporated, and then pour it in your pan. Now this part is optional. You can garnish your banana bread mixture with rolled oats, walnuts, cashew nuts, or whatever you have in your kitchen. Now make sure that you have preheated your oven at 165 degrees Celsius. You can bake it for 60 minutes, including the 5-minute preheat of the oven. But for this type of oven, you can just set it at 25 to 30 minutes. Or you can do the toothpick test. When it comes out clean, then the bread is done. Look how lovely they look in this aluminum foil pan. Add some ribbons to make it look even nicer. Now for the oatmeal cookie, use a stick of unsalted butter. Mix it with a cup of brown sugar. Make sure it is well incorporated before you add the egg. Then add a teaspoon of baking powder, a half teaspoon of cinnamon, but both of these are optional. Stir in the flour. I use a cup plus 2 tablespoons of flour, all-purpose flour. And lastly, 1.5 cup of rolled oats. Mix them all together until well blended. add vanilla. Add more raisins or chocolate if you want to. Now drop some molds of dough on an ungreased sheet. Sprinkle a bit of salt before you put it in the oven. I baked it at 165 degrees Celsius for about 9 minutes. And here's the outcome. Ta-da! Put it in a nice container and you have a gift. I hope you all enjoyed watching. Until next time, bye!